Hey guys, welcome back. So I've got a fun new at the drugstore haul for you guys today, and I know that you're like me and you just get so excited about new things at the drugstore. I love the frenzy. I love when I find it. I get so excited about like researching the different collections, and I just go crazy over drugstore stuff. And I think pretty much all of this is limited edition stuff. So you're gonna have to hunt for the displays and all that, but I'll tell you where I found these, and I do want to show you like swatches and just kind of give you my first impressions, because some of these things I'm really liking and then other things I'm not super impressed with, so I would say don't waste your time trying to look for them. So yeah, kind of some good and bad in this haul. So if you're thundering, and well, you wouldn't see lightning, but if you hear thunder and stuff, it's raining and storming and it's kind of creepy outside. So it's just that time of year in Texas. So we might have some of that in the background. So let's get to the haul. So the first thing that I found is one of these Fergie Wet n Wild palettes. They already have two that are permanent. I think it's Milano collection and then something else. I can't remember the other one. There's like a neutral one and there's a purpley one. I do like both of those. This one is in Lunch in Sao Paulo. And it's kind of like a green themed palette. It's really pretty. I've worn this a couple of times. This is nice. It's not amazing is what I would say about it. Let me show you some swatches real quick. Okay, so here are the swatches on that. So you can see it is pretty. Like when I get it swatched, it looks really nice. When I tried to use this on my eyes a couple of times, it does kind of like blend away a little bit and get a little bit muddy, like the looks get a little bit muddy. So I mean, it's cute, it's nice. I'm glad that I have it, you know, because it's just kind of a fun, colorful palette, but I wouldn't say that it's necessarily like a must-have. That color right there on the bottom, this like turquoise, is really pretty though. But I don't know, it's cute, it's nice, but I'm not like blown away by it and think that it's like you need to go drive yourself crazy trying to find it. So I found the Fergie palette at Walgreens, and then at CVS I came across the NYC Spring Collection. This is called the Make Up Your Spring Collection, I'm pretty sure. And I have blog posts on a bunch of these products, so if you want to see more in-depth swatches and more still photos and stuff, I'll leave those linked down below for you. But yeah, Make Up Your Spring. So I got the two eyeshadow palettes. I got three, I think they just had three of these City Proof Twistable Intense Lip Colors. I love these. And then they had nail polishes. I didn't get any of those, but I did grab one of these. These are the blush sticks, the BB Beautifying Blushable Cream Stick. So I'm gonna go through each of these and show you swatches. Okay, for the eyeshadow palettes, the first one is Pastel Rainbow. This is just a really cute, like springy colored, I don't know, almost like Easter themed sort of a palette. I think it's a really fun collection of colors. But as far as pigmentation on it, it's really not impressive. So these are probably another thing that I would say, don't waste your time or your money. I think these were $4.99, and I think the Fergie palette was $7.99. So there's that one. I don't know, like on my blog you can see you can build up these colors, but they never get to like crazy intense pigmentation, and on your eyes they really blend away pretty easily. I am wearing some of these on my eyes, but I had to bring in other things because it just really wasn't working very well. And then the second one is Pink Sunset. So there's that one. These swatch a little bit better, but especially the darker colors like that kind of like bright pink and that darker purple are super patchy. So I don't know. I mean, they're just kind of like meh sort of eyeshadow palettes from the drugstore, you know? And I feel like that's the most, I don't know, frequently found thing at the drugstore that's kind of meh are eyeshadows. I don't know, like, it just seems like it's harder to find a good eyeshadow at the drugstore. I love drugstore makeup, but eyeshadow seems to be the toughest thing to find that's really good quality there. There are some though, like I love the Physicians Formula matte shadows. I love the L'Oreal Infallibles. I love the cream shadows like the eyeshadow sticks from Rimmel, Maybelline Color Tattoo. So there are some great eyeshadow options at the drugstore. Wet n Wild has great ones too, but there are a lot that are kind of this situation where it's like, you can make them work, but they're really just kind of a lot of effort to try to get a good look with something like this. And then this Blushable Cream Stick is super pigmented. This is in the color 002 Never Sleeping Pink. There was also kind of like a shimmery, mauve-y sort of a neutral pink color. I mean, this is like crazy pigmented. I'm gonna try to show you like full-on pigmented and then just kind of like blend it out. it does blend really nicely. I'm impressed by this. Like Nouveau Cheap on her blog was talking about these, and apparently they have like kind of a cult following that these blush sticks are, you know, known to be really good. So I think this was like $3.99 or so, and I'm impressed by it. I think that that is really a beautiful color. It's very pigmented, but it also blends really nicely. So I'm impressed by this. I think this is really pretty and a fun thing to get, especially for spring. That's such a cute corally pink color. So, so cute. And then these lip pencils, the City Proof Twistable Intense Lip Colors. I love these. I think these were around $3, and I think that these are so good. This first one is in 001 Peach Smoothie. It's just a really pretty, wearable, light peachy shade. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I like these because they're smooth and comfortable on the lips, but they're long wearing, and they have kind of like a nice, well, sort of like fakey, plasticky, sweet smell, but I like the smell of them. I think they're nice. But I just really like the formula of them. I think they're such good pencils and so affordable. This one is number 002 Dragon Fruit. This one is kind of like a reddish coral color, kind of like a watermelon shade. Really pretty. There's that one. I like that a lot. I have worn the peach shade, and I really like that one. And then I'm wearing the third one that I'm about to show you. Isn't that cute? And then this one is 003 Raspberry Juice, and that's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. These are like a glossier formula, so I think that they're great for spring and summer because they're kind of like those colors that you can build them up, and you can do like a light application and it's more just easy wearable, or you can get them more built up and have them more of an opaque, sort of a more pigmented lip color look. This one is just a really pretty kind of like fuchsia raspberry pink. I love it. And like I said, you can see it on my lips. My lips are pretty pigmented, so it might be looking a little different on my lips than it actually, you know, is in the swatch. But I think these are great. I highly recommend these, and I just love these colors. I think they're so cute for this time of year. And then at Walgreens, I found the display for these. These are the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush and Glow Trios. And I think that these are technically part of the Silver Lake collection, maybe. But I can't remember fully. I'm pretty sure. There were 3 in the display. I love these. I think that they are so good. The bronzers are pretty warm-toned orangey, but I mean the blush and the highlights are so good that the bronzers are just kind of like a bonus that you could use as transition shades in your eye looks or whatever you want to use them for. But I mean, these are so buttery and pigmented, and they blend like a dream. I love these. I didn't even tell you what this one is. This one is Fair Trade Coffee. Is that not gorgeous? That one's Fair Trade Coffee. And then this other one is kind of more of like the slightly more wearable neutral shade. This is Sunset Junction. The third one was pretty dark, and it was really too dark for my skin tone. It was very bronzy, but oh my gosh. They're a little bit powdery, but I mean, once you get them on your skin, they work so nicely. I mean, I think they're fine. Just a little bit powdery when you're working with them. Yeah, the bronzers are like, they're crazy orange. I mean, they're very orange. But I mean, look at the blush and highlight. Are those not gorgeous? Love them. Oh my goodness. Yes, if you can track these down, I would definitely recommend them. This one for like your easy everyday because it's more of a wearable blush. But I mean, Fair Trade Coffee is really pretty too. So Sunset Junction, Fair Trade Coffee. So pretty. And then lastly, I was so excited to find the side display at Walgreens for the I think it's the summer collection from Wet n Wild, and it's called California Dreaming. So I got 3 of their nail polishes. One I have it in the other room and I forgot to bring it. It's this pink color, really a cute pastel pink. I'll list the name down below for you guys. But then I got this blue one called Sky Me Mine. Sky Me Mine. That is hard to say. And then Sun Settle Down. These are so cute. Such pretty pastel colors. I think that these were $2.99, and I think normally these nail polishes from Wet n Wild are $1.99. These Megalast Salon Megalast Salon nail colors. I think that they're normally $1.99 and they were $2.99, so a little bit more expensive. But so cute. I love these colors. There was like a yellowy color, like a light pastel yellow, a mint color. I don't think there was a purple, but really cute, springy, summery colors in this display for nail polish. And in the first display of this collection that I found, they didn't have any more of the bronzers. They were already sold out. So I went on like a wild goose chase to a bunch of different Walgreens to try to find another display to track down these bronzers. You know how that goes. But I was just so excited about them because these are matte. These are the Color Icon bronzers. First off, the packaging is kind of like a rubbery sort of packaging, which I think is really cool. It's just sort of like a little bit NARS-ish in the texture, but I like the like bronzy look of them. It's just very summery, which I think is fun. So this one is Bear in Mind. I mean, look how big this bronzer is, first off. I mean, that's like half the size of my face. That's a big old bronzer. Not quite as big as the Sephora Sun Disc bronzer, but going in that direction, it's a big old bronzer. So this one is Bear in Mind. It's just fun to find a matte bronzer at the drugstore. It's hard to find. Now, these are pretty warm-toned bronzers. So just kind of know that about them. Their texture is a little bit powdery, but not really, it's not super powdery, just a little bit. So there's that one, Bear in Mind. It's just, it's pretty, it's not super orangey, but it's definitely more warm toned. But you know, it's kind of hard to find good bronzers in the drugstore. I mean, and especially matte ones. So I don't know, I think these are kind of worth finding. You know, I think they're kind of cool. So that one is Bear in Mind. Chester just joined us in the room. This one is Toast to You. He always scares me when he like opens the door and suddenly the door is moving next to me, but then I realize it's him walking in. He's so funny. So this one is Toast to You. Oh, I guess I should swatch it first. Jess, you're distracting mommy. Okay, so what was that one? Toast to You. This one is almost a slightly reddish toned bronzer, which, you know, you would think wouldn't be that good, but honestly, sometimes when I tan, I look a little bit more reddish because surprisingly, I do have some Cherokee in me on my mom's side. You wouldn't know it, but when I tan, I do look a little bit more reddish, but I don't tan in the sun very often. I mean, sometimes it happens if I'm out in the sun, but I don't do it purposely. So anyway, this one is Toast to You. This one is Bear in Mind. I think they're cool. You know, if you like warm toned bronzers, especially for the spring and summer, you like that kind of like glow to your skin. Well, it's not a glow since they're matte, but that kind of like bronzy look to your skin, that kind of warm toned bronzy look to your skin. I think that these could be an option for you. At $3.99, they're huge, they're cool packaging, they're limited edition, which sucks us in. It just gets us. I think they're fun. I would say yes to them. I think they're good bronzers. And then the last two things that I got from the display, these are the Megaslicks Balm Tints, moisturizing lip colors, what they say. So in their normal line, their regular line, they have balm stains. These are balm tints. So they're supposed to be different, but these do stain a little bit. So check my blog for the blog posts on these because you can see what it looks like when I like wiped off the swatch, and you can see what the stain looks like that was left behind. So the first one is Don't Be Jelly. First off, these are super soft. So when you like swatch them, they really like go down a lot. So they're just a really soft formula and they're very sheer, very sheer. So that one is Don't Be Jelly. So when you look at that, you're like, oh, look at that fun purple. But you have to know it's a tint. So it's very, very light. But I mean, I think that's kind of fun for the summer. Like if you're just, you know, going to something outside and you don't want to look like you're totally made up or anything, but you want a little bit of color on your lips, these are an option for you. I think that they're pretty cool. And they do have that little bit of a stain to them. This one is Pack a Punch. Look how bright that looks. But then this one is really hard to see. I feel like in my swatch on my blog post, you can see this one better, but they're just, I mean, they're really light. There's that one. But it's interesting how they do leave a little bit of a stain. So yeah, they're a different kind of a product. I do think it's interesting, well, not interesting, it can be a little bit deceiving that they have the same packaging as the Balm stains. So just realized Balm Tints, not Balm Stains. I think these were $2.99. I think they're fun. Would I want all the colors of them? No, not necessarily, because I don't know. I usually tend to go for more full-on lip color, but really, I mean, like if I was gonna be at the pool, which I don't go to the pool very much, ever. Like, I can't remember the last time I was at a pool, but if I would go to a pool and I would want a little bit of makeup on, this is probably something that I would grab, where it's just, you know, something. You can see I just barely wiped and there's a little bit of a stain already. So these do have some good, you know, color behind them. I just had those on just a really brief time, but when I was swatching for my blog, I had them on longer and they did stain more. So I don't know, they're a different kind of a product. I think they're pretty neat, and around $3. All right guys, so those are all the limited edition goodies that I've been finding at the drugstore recently. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know what kind of goodies you have been finding at the drugstore recently, or what displays you're on the hunt for. I know how we all get about this stuff. It's just a wild, mad dash to try to find these displays. So let me know what you're finding or what you're hunting down. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!